Welcome to Arena 4 gameplay. Today we will be matching against the legendary Abyssal Duelist. Hopefully this player will be able to provide me with a duel experience that will last a lifetime. But I'm in Arena 4, so my expectations are too high. As you can see, the deck I'm running is an Evolution Barbarians, that I got for free, of course, deck that also includes Battle Ram Cycle, because that's basically the limit of the meta in this arena. My goal today is to get into Arena 5, and unless I go against some ridiculous players, this should be a breeze. Now, as you can see, that was pretty quick, but for these games, I won't show you the full content. I'm not skilled enough to 3-crown even an Arena 4 player in record time, so these games will be cut at points where they aren't very interesting. For example, here, I've destroyed his tower, and I'm just saving up enough elixir so I can get the 3-crown and move on to the next game, which I do about here. Also, I forgot about the play again button for a couple of games because I automatically block out any content this awful update has released. You know it's bad when even the biggest Clash Royale glazers are on the ropes, whether or not the progression removal was worth that shiny little play again button. Even so, all it does is save a couple of seconds to grimy little addicts like myself. Maybe the fact that I will have to spend hours more getting stuff to max out my decks means that overall, this update is F-tier. However, I shouldn't be all doom and gloom, because it seems like the development team over at Clash of Clans has delivered another fire update. It's honestly funny that they keep releasing the same thing over and over again with minor changes, and it still gets a far more positive response to anything that the Clash Royale developers add. I wonder, are the teams really at different levels of community understanding, or are all of us Royale heads just really impartial to new things? I'm sure it's a mixture of both. Well, that's that game over too. I sure do love Arena 4 gameplay, but it's the roadblock on the road to greatness that is the shiny 9,000 trophies. Yeah, that's the goal for this channel. But I'm not very good at the game, so I'll have to improve before I can reach that milestone. Right. As you can see here, we're just about to get into Arena 5, but I was already halfway through Arena 4 at the beginning of the video, so I've decided that I will just get halfway in every new arena for every video of this. If everything runs smoothly, I will get to 9,000 trophies in 18 videos, including this one. But let's be honest here, I'm not capable of that. When it starts getting into the later ones, I will probably try and do half an arena per video. That's also expecting that my opponents aren't crazy good, and I get into a loss streak or something. Oh well. That's a plan for the future, and especially a plan that I'm probably going to have to be time-wise with, because I have some pretty big exams coming up in about a month that may or may not dictate the rest of my life. I love Clash Royale, but I'm sure it will have to unfortunately take a back seat because I don't think my bad placements and smurfing ways will help me pay the bills. Look, if Clash Royale esports pays well, maybe I will have to train in the ways of the extraordinary Clash Royale competitive player and throw away my future in order to make £10 in prize money playing a mobile game for a living. You know, I heard recently that there is a subject in the UK where you can study esports. If you're seriously picking that, I would love to know what it is like, because that sounds like a one-way ticket to the sides of a busy street with your little cardboard sheet. I picked eSports B-Tech written on it in Sharpie. I'm sure there's something useful you could do with those qualifications, but I don't think I've worked that one out yet. Just going to hit this fella with a cheeky little fireball, and that's Arena 5. I'm able to unlock Hog Rider here, and I'm sure I'll be able to find some meta deck for Arena 5 that uses him, because you know everyone loves Hog Rider. Personally, I don't use him because you know I have to be unique and special for my nonchalant lifestyle. But even if I did, I'd probably switch to Ram Rider anyway, because she just seems far more enjoyable to use. I mean, there's so much more fun tech you can do with her that just makes good old faithful Hog Rider feel like a pain to play. Also, his gameplay seems so brain dead that even my Battle Ram bridge spamming here feels more fun than placing poor Hog Rider at bridge to get that chance at a hit in the same game for the millionth time. And don't get me started on 2.6. That ice golem must be tired of having Hog Riders rammed into them 24/7. I mean, who could blame them? 2.6 is the most used deck of all time, right? I mean, when have you seen a deck being used with the same cards consistently once every 20 games or so since 2017? That's completely unheard of and really shows the power of spamming low elixir cards. I think it isn't the Hog Rider or the Ice Spirit or Ice Golem that annoys me about 2.6. It's the fact that even an unconscious Fates could probably defend your push with a couple of spammed 2.6 cards. Think of all the overpowered defending strategies. Executioner Tornado, Evolved Ice Spirit, Evolved Electro Dragon. Yeah, those are all rookies in the eyes of the humble cannon Ice Spirit and Golem, Skeletons, and Musketeer. Is the deck perfect? Is that why it stayed relevant for 8 years? Well, I mean, only time will tell. Maybe a card will get an evolution that fits really well into the deck, and we say goodbye to the Musketeer, for example. Oh well, that's highly unlikely unless Supercell starts making mistakes on releasing stupidly overpowered evolutions again. I think they've stopped. At least the most recent ones seem mostly balanced. Hunter is gimmicky, it's strong in situations, but you won't be using it all the time for everything. It's not super overpowered. Executioner is strong, but he has his limits, and if your opponent has a brain cell, they can counter him and stop him shredding through their pushes. Also, you can probably tell that I'm speeding the clips up a little bit. That's because it's 1 a.m., and I want to get this video done and uploaded as soon as possible so I can go to bed. Honestly, keeping a good sleeping routine is something I always tell people, but it's a classic do as I say, not as I do. I kind of live by this phrase because I'm a lazy pile of bones, but I'm out here telling people to go to the gym and listing all the benefits of working out. I mean, there are so many, and I'll literally tell you here. Go to the gym if you can. It really helps you out. Honestly, I was in a bad place when I forced myself to do it a bit more than a year ago, and it made me feel so much better. Also, the pride in being able to tell people I went to the gym can make yourself feel better in social situations. Of course, this only applies to certain people. Anyway, that's this video done, and I'm changing my deck here because I love bats anyway. I hope you all have a great day. I know this is my first video. Goodbye-ye!